Good morning everyone, this is Shayla and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to show you my new setup of my craft room. And I know I said I was going to do this like a week ago, but things happened and I was still tweaking a few things. But today I am going to show you my new setup, and then I'm also going to try to show you some of my storage ideas. My room, I'd like to say, is like maybe 10 by 12. It's a good sized room, and as you can see, I have a lot of stuff. As I go around the room, like I said, I will try to share some of my storage ideas. Okay, so this is where we'll start. These caddies here, I got at, I believe I bought them at Michael's. And I have things like my Memorex cards, glue sticks, some miscellaneous stuff, notepads, things that when you do swaps, I like to throw in something in swaps like a pen or something at times. So I have a drawer for that. I have ink pads. I also have tape, pocket letter sleeves, some more glue sticks, some tape, paper punches, and things like that. Way down the bottom on the left is chipboard shapes and stuff like that. So that's what I keep in. Those are good things to have, these caddies. You can put whatever you like in them. On top here is sort of like a mess. In this drawer here, I just have some 6x6 or 8x8 paper pads, and then some loose papers behind there. I have a camera thing here which is broken. My husband's going to try to fix it for me. That's why I'm holding the camera today instead of me putting it on a tripod like I wanted to. Then here, there's some, in this little container here, there's like envelopes and things like that for mailing off small swaps. Get this out of here. And I have some extra pencils back there and some markers and highlighters. Just some odds and ends that I haven't really put away yet. This is one of my first craft tables here that I work on. I do a lot of my swaps and create my junk journals on this table here. And over here in this caddy, there's actually two separate ones. And I think I got these like at like Big Lots or something. Not Big Lots. Yeah, Big Lots. And I got like some glue, some paints in there, and just odds and ends. Down the bottom here in these drawers, I threw in just some of these twine, just so they'll be easy to grab. Oh, excuse me. And I have some stamps, little tiny stamps in there. Things like that. This is a good idea for small pieces to get one of these toolbox things. I mean, you can put whatever you want. And then I just have just bits and pieces of things. Like I have Google Eyes. I have some of these C-hooks. These C-hook things in there. I have some different size wooden clothespins. I have binder clips in there. I have paper clips. I have some odds and end things in there. But this is a good thing to have to store tiny pieces. Okay, moving on to here. These, I have this this box here, a drawer set up here, and I also have these three, and this is where I store my washi tapes. Now all these three, I believe, are actual 4 washi tape, and I glued paper at the bottom here just so that they wouldn't fall through. This one, however, is actually a spice rack. And I bought that at a flea market for like $5. And it holds a lot. And I like that these drawers come out like that. You can see they angle out. But that's a good way to store washi tape there. I'm just going to move my glue. I have a few of these drawers things here. And I store pens and things like that. And there's some tools. And there's another one there. Over here, these are crates that I got from different sizes that I got from Michael's, and the top here is all my travel notebooks that I've collected. Down below, oops, sorry, is where I store like planner stickers and things like that. And this is a good way to store if you're into planners or just want to store any kind of stickers. I took these binders and I bought these, not these ones, these are actually from let me show you the binders I bought, not binders, pockets. These zipper pockets here, let me see if I can turn it around like this. Zipper pockets, I store my stickers in there. These I made myself, some I bought, but this is how I store my stickers. This is a good way to, so you can also use the 6x9, is it 6x9 jacket sleeves that, like here are some planner stickers, the book ones, and I just slide them into the sleeve that you get at like Home Depot or even Walmart will have these sleeves, and then I just slide the book inside. And that's how I keep my stickers. And then I use different size containers just for odds and ends, like ruler, my punch here, and just some over here I have like some what do you call these, notepads and things like that, some extra tags in there. Here I got some different size foam dots in there. And then over here is just some things that are easy to grab, like cards. I have, oh, here's a zipper pouch with nothing in them. I think they're like 6x9, and I bought them off of Amazon. I have some wipes. These are my favorite wipes to use in the craft room because they're not sudsy. You can wipe your mat, your stamps, and things like that, and you're not going to get a film or a suds. I hate when I'm wiping down a thing like a stamp and it's all sudsy. It's gross. But these are very easy to use. I mean, very good to use. They don't leave no residue or anything. So that's what I buy. And you can get them at Walmart. So there I just stick some odds and ends. Now over here I'm going to stand back so I can pan. Now on this table is where I do my bullet journal. And I just started getting into bullet journal. But I do my bullet journal here, and I also write in my my diary or journal, daily journal. And I've got all types of pens and markers, and these containers here I bought on Amazon. Up here I have some of my paintbrushes, some books that are easy to grab that I use every day right here. This is a cool item if you're into journaling and you don't want to write like pages and pages. This is a 10-year journal. And all you do, I'm going to open up to a blank page. Okay, all you do is write, they have like maybe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines a day. And you just write a little tidbit. And this is a 10-year journal, so it will be fun to go back and look at what I wrote the year before and things like that. It's really cool. And I do, like I said, I do my bullet journal, and I also, well, sometimes I will paint on this table, but this is a brand new table, and I really don't want to mess it up. So it's mostly just for a bullet journal and writing. And up top here, this little caddy, I bought that, where did I get that? At, I think the Home Depot, yes, the Home Depot. We just got one that just opened here where I live, and I bought this, and I store my highlighters, anything to do with pens. I have some index cards. I have some of my little cards that I made for when I do swaps. And I have my information on the back and things like that. Now above, there's a map. And I bought that map with the intention when I do swaps to mark the place where I'm sending my item or where I received an item. But I did that a few times, and then I guess I grew bored with it. But I do put up some things that people have sent me. This drawing of this girl I did. I'm learning how to draw faces, and that's one of my better ones. But if I like a swap item that someone sent me, I display it here for a little while before I put it away. Alright. Now below, even under the tables here, I have this cabinet thing, a drawer system, and it's actually a 12 by 12 container. And you could buy them in a set like that, or you can buy it individual, and you can get these at Michael's, and they're like $5 or $6, or you can buy the whole drawer system, and I think I paid like $69. It was on sale. So with my supplies, I store them by theme. So for instance, this one says sentiments, which means anything that has words on there, any word tags or things like that. Trying to show you. So if I want to have something for like to put on a tag or something like friendship or whatever, this is the bin that I keep it in. Alright, let's see, what else do I have? This box is vintage, so anything that I feel that is vintage I will store in here. Anything like these lovely ladies here. I haven't even used these yet, but anything vintage that I think falls in that category will go in this box. Paper, stickers, buttons, anything that I feel, charms. I try to keep everything together so that when I'm doing a project, I can just go pull it out and get to work. So that's what the rest of them are. There's one that says Paris. There's one that says school, and I have no clue what one of them says because the writing on it is wearing out. So over here under this table, I have like office supplies, ink stamp pads. I have some cording for when I do junk journals or travel notebooks. I have down here I have like guest checks and these guest checks, and I also have time cards and a whole bunch of other little cards for junk journals. Those are just boxes over here. For when I mail something out, I try to save boxes and reuse them. These drawers actually came from a sewing machine setup, and I just got odds and ends in there. I really have to go through them and fix them. Fix that. Okay, this metal rack here, I actually have 3 of these. And I used to have one here and the other 2 on the opposite wall, but it made the room feel crowded because I have all these bins. And I was feeling kind of crowded, so I wanted to move them into my closet, which I will show you. and put most of the bins in the closet so this room doesn't feel so crowded, because I do have a lot of supplies. I actually had a woman call me a hoarder when I was showing pictures. When I pulled out my stuff and everything from the closet was in the middle of the floor, and she's like, "Oh, you're being a hoarder of supplies." But whatever, it doesn't matter. I love my stuff and I'm a collector. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So, like I said, I have 3 of these metal racks, and they hold a lot of items. Down the bottom that says journals I received in that gray bucket. So people that send me journals, I store them in there, or they're stored like on a shelf somewhere. And some of the journals I actually reuse the pieces in them, because a lot of them, I mean, what am I going to do with all these journals? So don't tell anybody, it's a secret. Okay, so like I said, I try to store my items by theme. This bin right here, St. Patrick's Day. So anything to do with St. Patrick's Day, from paper to washi tape to stamps, buttons, anything to do with St. Patrick's Day goes in that bin. Above it, I bought a quilling kit. This is it right here, which I really haven't played with too much, and I really have to get into it, but I do so many things that I really don't have time to do certain things. But anyway, that's what's in there. Here, these 2 bins here, you can get these at Walmart for like $4, and I have some of my patterns in there. I have some big envelopes and some filing stuff. That's what I keep, like my patterns in there, or I just have these file folders. I didn't know where to put them, so I just stuck them in there. This bin is Easter. This bin is all Valentine's Day. Up here, this is winter. These 2 bins here are pictures, which I'm trying to make an album for my son. Okay, for this corner here, my throat's getting dry. This metal cabinet, we were driving down the road one day, and this gentleman had this on his lawn. And it had all these compartments, and these pieces here are removable. And you can set it up any way you want. So I had it, me and my husband, we redid it when we got it home one way, and I really didn't like it. But when I moved from my old house to this house, we took it all apart, and when I rebuilt it, we made it so that the shoebox size bin can slide in there. So each one of these bins has things like like Julie Nutton girls and things like that goes in this one. I have a sentiment stamp. I have eyelets, dollhouse items, bling, which is those gems, butterfly stuff. Actually, they're stamps. Miscellaneous stamps. I have religion, Christmas dies, jewelry pots, flower stamps, everything. Journal cards at the bottom. So I use these to store certain items, theme items. If they don't go in a big bin with the other items, then they go in here. So that's one way to store your items. I don't know why my throat is so dry now that I'm doing this. Up here is everything to do with drawing, mixed media, painting. I store all my items for that theme up here, if you can call that a theme. Up top, there's some more bins, and each one, there's like shaker stuff, wood pieces, Tim Holtz items, Foxy Fix stuff. When I first got into travel notebooks, I bought a Foxy Fix, and I have like journals and things up there. I just store them in there. Zentangle, that's another art form. Chipboard pieces, and then way up top, there's some Easter stuff, and then There's some of that foam material that you can make things out of. And that white bag is where I have my, I think they're 6x9 bubble envelopes. Oh my god. Here's another caddy. And this caddy, I have all my drawing markers and pens, and I sometimes will store my books that I use for drawing there. And this, I like this because you can take it anywhere you want in the house, and you know, you don't have to like have to carry 100 things. Like I like to draw out on my deck, and instead of carrying it all in my arms, I put stuff in here and bring it out. So now here's another table, and under it are bins for miscellaneous items that I don't use all the time, and I really don't have a place for them. I just stick it in the drawer. So up top here is where I use my Sizzix die cut machine and embosser. And I have a fan there, a pencil sharpener, and a lamp. But this is where I use my cutting boards and all that stuff. And then if I have to coffee dye something, I will put it on this table and coffee dye it. Alright, so on this side of the room, here, these two bookshelves and things were in the closet. And I took them out to put those two metal racks in the closet. And it made the room look a little bit bigger. Because there's, I mean, I have a lot of things on the bookshelves, but it makes it look neater. So, up top here, these little plastic bins, you can get them, I think you buy 3 as a set for $10 at Michael's. And I store things like paper clips, metal pieces, beads, wooden buttons, gems, jewelry pieces, flower gems, mixed beads, charms, steampunk charms, mixed buttons, and brads, and all that stuff. And it goes all the way down. These little containers are actually from the sugar that I use. I don't use regular sugar. I buy it in here, and it's a great value sugar. I forgot the name of it, but I save the bottles because, I mean, it's a good storing thing container. And I have all kinds of stuff up there. I have buttons, I have sequins, I have these bottle caps that I bought, all kinds of stuff. Paper clips are there, gems, all kinds of stuff. I also have some mixed media items for doing mixed media. Okay, now all these big plastic bags is where I store my paper pads. I used to have them hanging up on a rack, but they're so heavy that the rack almost collapsed. So I had to think of another way. So I just put them on the 2 shelves here. So let me pull one out. Let's see. Let me see what's a good one to pull out. I don't know. I'm just going to grab one. Okay. Oops. This is a flower pot, and I would put that under botanicals. Let me turn this light on. I would put anything to do with flowers and leaves or whatever. The design of the paper would go under botanicals. I also save all the scrap papers. If it's big enough, I'll save the scraps from the same pad. I used to put all the scraps in another bin, but I would never use them because I didn't feel like digging through it. So this way I keep it all together. Even the plain cardstock that I use for a project, I will also keep that in the same bag. And at times, if I'm doing a project and I don't have a bin, say I want to do a steampunk project and I really didn't have a bin, I would keep everything to do with steampunk or that project in the same bag as the paper. And that could be stickers, buttons, charms, whatever, washi tape, and so on. But that's how I store my paper 12 by 12 pads. And If I have a 6x6 or an 8x8 pad that matches, I will store that in the same bag. Because why do you want to go running around crazy looking for things when you can keep them all together? That's what all those baggies are. Down below is some more art stuff. There's some paper that I use that I coffee dyed for junk journals, and this wooden box and that wooden box below. Then there's some albums that I might alter someday. Over here is another caddy, and this caddy I bought at a yard sale, and I have some art supplies throughout there. Here I store all my decorative edge scissors, and I didn't buy these all at once. I bought them a few at a time at yard sales and things like that. This black bucket here has pens that I'm not using at the time. And here, this is just a bin that I threw some items in that I didn't put away yet. Now, these two bins here on the floor, one is fall, one is Halloween, and I think the one under it, I believe that could be, what is that? That is, oh, some Christmas stuff. Now, I do swaps, and we've already started doing some fall items, even Halloween and Christmas in July. So I have these bins pulled out. Otherwise, they would be in the closet. And I'm just going to move this to the side a little, just so I could show you. Okay, now this bookshelf, I have some 8.5 by 11 plain cardstock, all different colors there. I have some more junk journal stuff, like, you know, that clear plastic stuff. I have tons of that because I found it at yard sales and things. But these are like odds and ends of paper, some books. I keep track of my projects I create and projects that I sell. I have some more drawing books down here. These smaller bins are, I don't believe I have much in those, but those are real tiny. I keep that for certain things. Here's some more paper in this bin at the bottom in that orange basket. More paper that I might coffee dye. I have different size paper here. I have the, this is some cardstock that's really good to draw on. I can't talk either. Here's a junk journal I made for a garden style, and I was going to sell it, but I decided I'm going to keep it, and next year I'm going to keep track of my garden, what I plant and all that stuff will go in there. I just have a lot of different items here. This is, I used to keep my die cuts in here, and this is some vintage, what do you call it, index cards and things, which I plan on using to make either pockets or a journal with it. Now up top here, moving some of the stuff away, here's all my art books and magazines for like mixed media or creating a book, painting, watercolors, drawing. I have all my books here. Someday I might go through a few of them to show you. That's an old dictionary. And then I in this thing here, I got some of my drawings. Oh, I bought, this is a snap kit that I bought on Amazon. And I've used it a few times, but I really love it. It comes with the tools and the snaps. Look at all those snaps. Aren't that cool? I used it, and it's good, you know, for journals and things like that. So that came from Amazon. Up top is a shelf, and I have 3 shelves in my room. And most of those items people have sent me. So I like to display that. And across the room I have another one. And then this one here. I like to, you know, show off things that I've created and also remember, you know, things that people sent me. Alright. Moving over to the door, to the closet. I'm going to turn the light on. First of all, I store mostly all my punches in this shower caddy or bathroom caddy. It looks like a shoe rack, but it's actually for your your bathroom. So I also have some odds and end things in there, but mostly I have my punches, and I have some stamps in there. I also have these ball pins that I got on, I think I bought a couple of them on AliExpress, and I bought some on Amazon. So this is a good way to store some of your items. I also got a smaller one over on that metal cabinet, but it's not really set up. Okay, so here's my closet. So there's two more of those metal racks on that side, on the left. One's on the left, one's in the back. Here, I asked my husband if he could put up some shelves, and we bought 4 shelves and put them up. So a lot of my bins are stored in here. So you picture all these bins. You see all these bins in the room, in the craft room. It just made me feel crowded. I wanted to get them out of here and put away. And I think that was part of my problem of me not feeling like creating, because I can't do it when I feel crowded. So I have everything in here. And like I said, I try to go by theme. Like this bin here is 4th of July and New Year's, because they kind of go hand in hand. I have vintage photos. I have a sewing thing. I have Christmas, more Christmas. I have flowers in here. I have anything to do with tea. Steampunk. I have odds and ends in here, embossing powders, which I bought a whole box of embossing powders, and stamps from like a little side. You know, when you drive in down back roads, you find these cute little stores. Well, that's where I got it for $5. The lady sold it to me. I have some stamps. I have just some odds and end pencils. I have some journals that I made up in here. I have a summer bin. This is just like miscellaneous stuff that if I'm doing a junk journal, I just bring this bin to my table, and there's like bits and pieces in there, like stamps or pieces of paper, you know, scraps or whatever. Here is some of my watercolor stuff. I keep that together. Here's another bin that says junk journal stuff, which there's all kinds of stuff in here for junk journals. Ephemera die cuts. I have some more Christmas items. See, I bought a lot of Christmas stuff from when they have those big sales at the end of the season. I have a few bins that have material in it. Down below, I have my thermal laminator down there. I have this bin way under here. Has just some odd and end paper. I have some ribbon. Now over here I have some more of those 12 by 12 storage things, and this one's animal. I have 4th of July holiday. I have Halloween holiday. These two bins, and this one I keep things that you decorate your house with, and these 3 not necessarily craft stuff. This is for when I want to decorate my house. Birthday, Raggedy Ann. I have a Raggedy Ann because I did a Raggedy Ann journal for a lovely lady. So the leftover stuff I kept in here. I have a bin for sticky notes. I have one for butterfly, spring, cooking, dollies, I was going to say, baby. So you can store your items by theme, have everything together, but then, like, say, okay, for animals, for instance, you could store all your animals themed items in one bin, or you can say, you for instance, like butterflies. So instead of putting the butterflies in with the animals, I keep it separate because I have a lot of it. I could have kept butterflies in the spring bucket because they kind of, you know, go hand in hand, but I have so much of the butterflies that I gave them their separate bin. So it depends on how much items you have to store your stuff. Like here I have a coffee bin, travel idea, Sherlock Holmes, mixed media, planner goodies, tissue paper, shabby chic, wood wood pieces, beach theme, sunflower. Now see, sunflowers could go with the flower bin, but because I have so much of it, it has a bin of its own. I have another bin for Valentine's. This is new items that I haven't opened yet. There's one for Christmas, there's one for Halloween. I have labels, I have just scrap paper up there, greeting cards. I believe this is Halloween. Gold items, like gold. I got like black and gold items in there. I have some miscellaneous paper. So, you know, when you're storing, if you have a lot of stuff like I do, I try to do it by theme. So this is what I did so far. It probably won't stay this way. I'll probably change some things again. But if I, like I start off with a small bin like this. And if it gets too much in one bin, then I'll move up to the next size. And then if it grows again, I go to the bigger size. And you can call me a hoarder, but I'm a collector of items, yes. But my whole house don't look like this. And this stuff I added over years and years. Not just I go out every week and buy stuff. But this is what I did with my craft room. So if you have any questions, or if you want to see something and you want to see something in more detail, just please let me know and I'll be glad to do that. I really enjoy doing crafts, and I know lately I haven't been really in the mood for junk journaling and stuff like that, but I'm hoping to get back into it. You know, I had some health issues recently, and plus with this COVID-19, I don't know. I've just been a mess behind the scenes, I guess. Not in the mood to do much. Especially if you really got to think about things. But yeah, so this is my lovely craft space, and I love it. When I lived at the other house, I had to craft in my living room, and I had my items in 3 different areas, and it was a pain in the butt when I had to go searching for something. But anyway, like I said, if you have any questions or would like to see something more in more detail, let me know and I'll be glad to do it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're not a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe and hit the like button. When you hit the like button, I know that you like them type of videos, and I try to do more. If there's something you'd like to see and I don't have it on my channel, please let me know and I'll try to do my best. And like I said, I'm going to show some of my books. So if you're interested in seeing some of my books and magazines that I use or flip through, just let me know and I'll be glad to do that. So once again, thank you so much for watching. You have a wonderful day and see you next time. Goodbye.